G'day and welcome to the Inforunners. I'm Execute, joined today by Algared for day 4 of the sale with Crusader, KRIG, and I'm going to forget the Tumbril. Ah, I got it.
Yep.
So we did a buyer's guide already, if you haven't caught that, on the Mercury STAR-XXV4-M. Straight off the bat, Algared, I think we'll kick on to what we were talking about before the show.
Yeah.
A really good upgrade that I caught that someone brought to my attention and I've been sharing it around. If you are not happy with the Mercury STAR-XXV4-M, Algared, I'll let you tell people. What can people do, Algared?
Very simply, the Mercury Star, because it has gone up in price, is only what, $15 shy of a Caterpillar.
Yeah.
Which is still a preeminent trader in game in the
Yeah.
current gameplay. So if you don't like the Star Runner, CCU to the
Very good
Caterpillar.
deal. And if you look at it that way, you got almost $50 worth off a Caterpillar. If you look at it that way,
So
you're sat,
yeah,
you're patient.
yeah,
So,
you've got an LTI Caterpillar if you want.
yeah, but of course you are going to lose that data and smuggling gameplay, but you gain a lot more cargo, and we still don't know after all these years about the modularity of what that Caterpillar is
That's
going to
true.
do. But we thought we'd advise you guys on that. All right, kicking it off over the
Because it was a
browser.
CCU, we did miss. So yeah.
Yes, it was something we thought we'd just add that. So straight into Crusader today. Yeah, it's I was expecting a belligerent duck skin that didn't arrive, but that's all right. So we'll have to wonder out what that's going to do later. So it's a little bit weird here because they only really kind of showed this part of Crusader, but if you click on this and go into the Crusader Mercury STAR-XXV4-M itself, you get a few more offerings. So there's a few different packs here. Now, Agrid, I don't know about you, but I don't think any of these are really particularly good unless you're after LTI tokens in a pack. Would you
Yeah.
kind of agree with that, or what's your stance?
Uh, if there's LTI tokens in those packs, then yes.
Yeah,
Being under $1,000, I don't think they do have LTI. I haven't looked at them yet.
yeah. But there's no, so
Uh,
basically one of them is an Avenger and a Buccaneer with a star on it. So they're ships that are under $200. So you're probably better to use them as LTI tokens. And it's the same thing over
Check
here.
Execute. Just open that pack and see if it does have LTI, because the Star on a by itself only
True,
has 120 months
true.
insurance.
No, 120 months. I was wrong. Yeah, they're really bad. Yeah, stay away from those. Real bad. They're all bad. Stay away. They're bad. Yeah, definitely stay away from those. They're terrible. Couple of skins from the Mercury Star Runner. I think they're a little bit meh myself, considering the
I
Night
think
Runner skin.
The Night
Yeah,
Runner leaves those for dead.
yeah.
The only one that'd be worthwhile is a Belligerent Duck, and that's not available, so
Yeah,
it probably.
which is kind of surprising because, again, in the files we've seen that. So, some exclusive Crusader merch or Mercury Stunner merch. The shirt's pretty bland, but the mug's probably the best mug they've ever done. But me and Agri were looking at, what was it about? Cost me and Agri maybe about $30 Australian or more to get it here posted and delivered. So
Um, yeah, well,
around
17
that.
bucks for the mug, 17.50 for the mug, and $10 for delivery to Australia.
And
So
that's USD, so it goes up. It's over $30 Australian to get it here, but yeah, it's quite expensive for a mug. But it is a nice mug. All right. Well,
yeah,
going back to the actual sale itself, we've also got future flyable ships because obviously this is the first Crusader ship in games, so everything is future flyable from Crusader except this one. For me personally, I don't know about you, Algrid, the Ares is a miss. I think it is really overhyped and really expensive considering it's a single seat fighter. What's your take on the Ares?
it's a fighter,
Yeah,
and it's
sell,
overgunned, and yeah, it's
sell
a
your
fighter.
fighters. Yeah. Um, we have a love-hate relationship with this ship. The A2, 700 US dollars Algrid. That's a pass for me because of the lack of the cargo. Because you can't
Yep,
remove the modules. If they changed
and
it, I could then I could probably start recommending it.
I dislike the fact that you put that in and you basically give up the key advantage of the Crusader Starlifter, which is the
Yeah,
ability to drive right through.
and
Um,
it's got all those extra guns, so that'd probably actually come in handy in with the cargo runs as well. It's just a real shame that they've made them bespoke, and it's very, very
Yeah,
disappointing. But I can see why it's been done from design reasons. I can actually see why that's been done, because it really makes these two basically non-existent and
obsolete
have
if
no.
you can take
Yeah, yeah,
the Bombay out. Yes.
yeah.
Um,
Between the two Hercules themselves, I would probably go for the M2, because I'm a big fan of armor. It just allows you to go into uh, more.
it gives you that little bit extra protection. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
probably the same. It just means lifting off a planet with gravity, you probably take less cargo so that your engines can actually cope.
exactly right. But I
And
don't,
I
I
think we
don't, I don't know if I can warrant the extra $100, so it's a bit difficult. So
know, but we can certainly see, I think, the impact of environment on ships, because some of the heavier ships, you really struggle to get them off the ground just because
that is true.
the
And the
game
Genesis
is so
Starliner, something we don't see too often anymore, that comes up
no.
for sale.
Um,
It's pretty rare these days. So that's a good
I
one as
think we
well.
I
This
think we
is
only see that at
this,
this sale.
yeah. To me, Agri, yes or no question type here. Is this a cheap man's 890 jump if you want that VIP gameplay? Because that's how I've always seen this ship. You know, if you want that transporting people type thing, but not just one arrogant asshole. Uh, sorry, but
I
that's
wouldn't
what it
see
is.
it as a. I'm not sure whether you'd see it as a cheap man's 890 jump. I thought more like a 747 with first class, and
I
the
meant
first
just
class is the
the,
luxury section.
you know how you got the VIP gameplay that you can
Yep,
technically also do
yep.
with
And
a 600i too. So I guess it's Origin
it's
adjacent is what I would call it. How about that? We'll call it that.
I would say it as when your VIP is going economy version as opposed to his first class option, which would be. But yeah,
Okay.
it's
Tumbril. For me, every single thing is a miss. They are ground vehicles. They do not hold their value. These are all. If you want to use them in game right now, have an exit strategy for every single one. They are really overpriced for what they are. Cannot stress the real world money versus the in game
just to
pricing enough.
put that into context for people. Currently, the in-game value of those ships those vehicles is 28,000.
Hmm.
28,000 UEC Alpha UEC will get you one of those in game,
Yeah, so pick
which
another an
means
actual pick an actual ship that's about $70 and compare it in game pricing, and you'll be shocked.
and that just to give them an idea, the Alpha UEC value per dollar is 361 Alpha UEC for every dollar you spend to get one of those,
That's a joke.
compared to say Carrick, which is like 44,000
Yeah,
credits to every dollar spent. So
yeah,
they're not worth it.
yeah. But yeah, and it's the same thing for all the future flyable vehicles as well. We cannot stress, if you want vehicles, that's fine. The only people I can actually justify them for, and even Paul, like Paul will tell you this, he's a streamer. He has heaps of vehicles because he's got to show them off on stream, and that's fine. But I guarantee he's got an exit strategy for every single one, because they are just not holding their value at all. They are, yes, we are funding a game, but this is proof that we're funding a game. All
Yeah.
right. These were great little LTI tokens back in the day. I've even got a couple of ships that have these Algared, but I kind of, again, they're fighters. Without
They're
LTI,
worth.
they're
They are
worthless.
worse. They are the worst. These are, as much as I love the design look of these ships, they are the worst in game. They are apart from the Argo MPVU,
Hmm.
these are the only ships in game that do not have a quantum drive.
Yeah,
And that makes them absolutely useless, in my opinion.
yeah.
You cannot.
Kind of
It takes.
a blessing and a curse for the Constellation series too, in that
Yep.
regard, from what you just said.
So really, the best way to use these is from planet to the orbiting station. But if you're going from planet to another location on the planet, it takes you ages to get there. And that's just my opinion.
I
But
want to see that now. I want a live stream of someone trying to go across the universe in just this. It would take them like a month.
oh,
Oh dear.
I don't want to do that. No.
Just paints again, Algrid, today. I know we kind of got across these. Are any of these interest to you? And I guess what is your favorite between the blue and the white one? I would go the camo one myself.
I'd go the camo one, but in terms of the skins, I'd rather go the Night Runner.
Yep, and I totally agree with that. I really like the Night Runner again. I am kind of disappointed about the Belligerent Duck. I'm sure that'll come up at some point, well, because it's in the files, so I guess
But
we'll
I
find
think
about
the
that at
fact
a...
that you drew attention that it had been changed from Belligerent Duck to Alexandria, I think it
Yes.
actually bodes the idea that that will be a character in game that you can chase down.
And that is another video for another day. So
There
with
you
that
go.
in mind, that has been Crusader, Kruger, and Tumbril for today. Kind of bit surprised there wasn't a bit more in there, honestly. Anything you want to add, Algared, before we sign off?
No, it's another quiet day. Quiet day at
Kind
the
of
office.
yeah, lackluster, just a little bit. I was expecting that belligerent duck skin, and I'm a bit let down. All right, if you like these videos, If you like what we do, subscribe, all that type of jazz. If you want to go the extra mile, Patreon. If you are looking for help with your fleet, especially this week, jump on Discord. There are heaps of people that are willing to help out on the Fix My Fleet channel. If you want to go, if you think you've got a really particular bad case, feel free to reach out to one of the Inforunners, and we'll give you help. Other than that, he's been Algared.
Other than that, before we sign off,
Oh,
look,
sorry.
our friend Osiris would
Oh,
love to
yes.
get his referral Gladius. He's the only one of the Inforunners who doesn't have that. If you're looking at buying the game or know someone who's looking at buying the game, consider using the referral code down below and help Osiris get that.
Yeah, and you'll get 5,000
referral.
credits for your friend if you or
You'll
yourself.
get 5,000 credits for your friend for using that code.
And we'd appreciate it. We don't really ask for much, but yeah, we'd appreciate it. And with that,
just help Daddy cool out and let him get back Gladius.
Yeah, he just had a baby, him and his wife. All right,
So,
he's been Algared.
on that note,
I've been Execute. We'll catch you.
and we're out of here. Take care. God bless and be well.